Should women pay on dates? This came up a lot in the comments in my last videos about gender roles, so let's dive in. Several people commented that men should pay more because they are paid more than women unfairly, so it's the least they can do. Let's call this the reparations argument. I made a whole video about the gender pay gap. One of my points is that the gap is just an average. Not all jobs pay women unfairly less, and not all men are paid unfairly more. So if you're a woman starting to date a man, how can you be certain that he is definitely paid unfairly more, or even certain that he has a higher salary than you? Also, if you say that men should pay more for dates because it's traditional or chivalrous, then that seems to justify that men should be paid more at work to cover the higher costs. So that's a dangerous argument. A similar comment was that men should pay more to make up for the pink tax. Some sources calculate women pay over $100 more per month because of unfair pricing. But the cost of dates is way more than $100 per month, so dollar-wise it doesn't really seem to justify men paying for all dates. So those are just some rebuttals. However, I'm not saying that everyone should pay 50-50. In fact, there are several reasons why it should not be 50-50. First, whoever plans a date should probably pay for it, simply because if you plan something that's more than your date can afford, that puts them in a difficult situation. And you and your date may value things differently. Maybe you value 4-star restaurants and your date isn't really that picky. Or maybe you like going out most nights and your date would rather just stay home. It would be unfair to expect them to pay equally for things they don't value as much. And of course, salary is fair game, minus life expenses. So really just adding everything together, everyone has a certain comfort level in how much they can afford or want to spend on dating each month. And each of you may have different numbers. A benefit of this budget idea is that it automatically factors in any gender pay gap and the pink tax, if in fact the man is paid more and the woman has higher expenses. As far as splitting checks, that's a personal preference. Dates can be like gifts, where you treat each other on dates, giving what you can afford. Or you can split checks if you're both okay with that. You might find it helpful to look at your expenses and set a budget, or at least a loose target for what you're comfortable spending on dating each month, so that way you can know if you're being fair to yourself. So overall, gender equality does not necessarily mean paying 50-50. Paying different amounts for dating seems totally fair as long as the reasons are personal and not gender.